Quality is selfless. Don't confuse it with selfish. Selfless, the definition is having a very little concern for yourself, more concern for others. The quote, to me, teamwork is the beauty of our sport where you have five acting as one. You become selfless. Mike Krzyzewski. The first story is about Ryan Hinch. You know, I coached for 42 years, and I've often been asked who my favorite player was. And I think most coaches that I know that are my age defer from that. They don't want to ever give an answer, and they say, well, they were all good and all that. Well, it's not true with me. Ryan Hinch was without a doubt my favorite player of all times, and it was because of the quality of selflessness. In 1990, we had a really good football team, and we knew we had a really good football team, and we were missing one position on the football team, and it was center, the middle of the offensive line. And we had a young man named Ryan Hinch who in the 7th and 8th and 9th grade had played quarterback. And I really felt that he could be a really good center. Now, he was only 5'9", 160 pounds, but he was very intelligent, very flexible, very strong, and I just thought he had every quality it took to be a great center. And I always, before I moved someone to a position like that, especially moving from quarterback to center, which goes from the most well-known person on the team to the least known person on the team, almost anonymity, I always talked to them and made sure that they were okay with that move, because if they're not okay with it, you spend all your time trying to get it done. And before I could get into the explanation of it and I started talking to him about it, he said, Coach, I think it's your job to place me where I need to be. It's my job to perform. I never forgot that. I thought, you know, of all the things that I've ever had said to me, because he had no idea what he was fixing to start. He started 16 football games playing center. He was a sophomore center on a state 5A champion football team, and everybody we played put their best player up against him because they looked on the program and they saw he was a 5'9", 160-pound sophomore. We played a team out of Houston that had Sam Adams that played years and years with the Seattle Seahawks, and they put Sam Adams right in front of Ryan Hinch. You know, and poor Ryan dealt with that the entire season. And when you go back to that season, and we had some great football players. I take nothing away from those guys that were big on that team, the running backs and the quarterbacks and the defensive linemen and the secondary people. But without Ryan Hinch, I don't think that team would have won the state championship. And Ryan Hinch had to give up being Ryan Hinch. He had to give up that being the quarterback and all of that glory of being a quarterback and all the things like that in order to be a part of a team. And I think that he would fully feel with the quality of selflessness. Obviously, he'd gone on to be a very successful person in life because of that. But when you think about it, what do you think the selflessness cost Ryan Hinch? What did that cost him? And number two, what do you think the reward was? Which one outweighed the other one? You know, are you selfless or are you selfish? If you're selfless, you're going to cooperate. If you're selfish, you're going to compete. Selfish people are always trying to compete, trying to be a little better than somebody else, trying to make sure theirs is best or whatever. Selfless people cooperate in order to make the picture better. Selfless people try to make the school better, the team better, the family better. That's what selflessness is.